Raffi-x versus Sinji. Now, of course, Sinji, you know, PGR player, has been for at least the last 2 PGR seasons. And this time around, I'm pretty sure Raffi should be on there or be pretty close. You know what I mean? He definitely had a really good season.
Yeah, if you're a betting man, you better be putting your money on red because Raffi, for sure, had one killer of a season. But Sinji is just one of those players that kind of similar to what they say about T. When you play him the first time, you're probably going to lose because he just has so many different options. And this is what you would normally expect to be a bit of a slower set by comparison to like what we just saw. But these two are just up close and personal, making sure they're establishing the zone control so nobody else gets to set up.
Right, exactly. They always want to make sure they're far enough away to get their own thing going, but not too far away to allow the other player to get their setups going as well. So we're going to see what Raffi's able to do here. You see him jumping over that hydrant, trying to close the gap. I mean, what he wants to do is he wants to get the gyro over the hydrant so it's on Sinji's side of the court, and then that way he's applying pressure even if he's not over there himself.
Exactly. How do I establish and shut down my opponent's win con? Because mine is going to be the gyro, making sure that he doesn't get to deal with being up close to me or get those fruits. Meanwhile, Sinji needs to make sure that he doesn't get spiked here currently. Raffi going deep off stage, but doesn't get to close out the stock.
Yeah, it looks like maybe he was trying to get on the trampoline and kind of get it to the third bounce or, you know, try to make it so that Sinji would end up not being able to recover, but wasn't quite able to secure the KO there. But still in a pretty decent spot. I mean, just looking at the percents, it's actually a very close game here. When I like that, pushing the hydrant away, but now Sinji just throwing out all these fruit, keeping it very respectable.
Yeah, Sinji looking for an opportunity to get something covered by putting himself behind the wall so he can get some fruit set up. But Raffi going in with all the confidence and just barely missing that closeout with that side beat.
Yeah, it looks so weird. It looked like he got pushed by the hydrant right at the moment where he went for the side beat and allowed Sinji to kind of slip out. Oh, wait, but that should be an up throw? Oh, he's going to go for this? Okay, that works as well.
It was within the window where you could actually just go for the up smash at that point, so he's able to close out the first stock. And we are a full 2 minutes in before the first one was pulled. And even with all the aggro play, it's just been a lot of respect between these two to make sure that one or the other doesn't get the chance to set up the way they want.
So far, I mean, Raffi staying alive here. Sometimes Pac-Man can have trouble fighting the KO if he's not able to use the bell and actually land the conversion or get the key at crucial percents, but Sinji just slowly nickeling and diming his way to eventually secure the KO with an up air, and honestly, he's no stranger to taking his time and biting and waiting and get the kills, man.
Yeah, you got to be able to like take your hits where you can, and cashing out some decent damage there, double fair into the key. And you know, this is a really good way to get things started, but if you're Raffi, if you can get a hold of things like the Galaga and cash out your own damage, that is a very good spot for him.
Yeah, I like that. Just making an impromptu combo with the Galactia in his hand. Doing a great job there, trying to add even a little bit more pressure. Has Sinji in the corner, has the gyro. This is the perfect setup for Raffi. Oh, he almost gets that. Like, he gets that like every day of the week. I'm surprised he wasn't able to get it there.
Yeah, just barely missing the timing on that. And he also kind of cruised his way to it, too. He used the water to push himself over so he could get that setup and really just kind of make sure Sinji didn't have a chance to breathe. But now because Sinji finally got himself back to center stage, he gets the reset up. He doesn't have to worry too much, except for the fact he's got to hold this throw.
Goes for the raise the roof right there, and the up air to follow. Sinji now falling behind just a little bit, and he was able to get the last stock around 180%. So if that's any indicator of how many more times he's going to try to hit Raffi, that's not a good time, but hey, he's looking pretty good. I thought that bell might be a conversion, but I don't think he thought the up smash was going to connect from that height, so I was like, all right, I guess I'll go for the back air.
Oh, and a big thing that I'm noticing out of Sinji here is that he's regularly recognizing that Raffi is a big fan of recovering high in a lot of these situations. He's been setting things up like that, even though he just like got the apple, he was forcing him to go high, that time not punishing him, then next time he goes high, Sinji's going to make him pay for it.
Oh, okay. And he's trying to get away from his hydrant, trying to force his way to Sinji. Sinji running to the other side of the screen here, just pulling some fruit, trying to catch Raffi on the offbeat, but Raffi still fighting his way forward. 170%, man. This is exactly around the percent where he died the last time. 180 is about an up air from around the top of the screen that KO'd. We'll see how Raffi gets down.
Yeah, you see he was looking for it that time. Back throw finally going to close it out. Sinji's got to be very careful when he's playing over by this ledge now because Raffi is looking exactly for that. And he just mash it anyways. You got plenty of percent to take some of these trades.
I love the catch right there on the side B as well. Oh, hits the hydrant a little bit on the way down. Oh, man, gets pushed. I don't even know if he was expecting that. Hold on. He'll be fine, though. Has that gas. Will just recover nice to his leisure.
I don't think I've ever seen Raffi play like as aggressive as I've seen him in this stock. Like he's normally used to, he'll go in for a second, reset up gyro like we're starting to see now, but he saw blood in the water and he wanted to make sure he closed it out. What a jump read we were talking about before. Raffi recognizing that Sinji wanted to get out of there, and that was a great closeout coming in with that back air.
And honestly, I feel like this is kind of like a newfound confidence. Like, we in New England, we're used to seeing Raffi do like pretty well, and then Raffi like had his glow up season, and now it's like Raffi refurbished. You know what I mean? He's on that new-ish. He's coming with the aggression, and he's just so more confident in himself and his plays that I think he's more comfortable not defaulting to the old habits he used to have.
The greatest thing that he did was deciding to put all of his points into Game 5 Raffi. Just upgrading all of that talent tree, because what a difference ever since. Literally that one Thursday night fights. We always said you need to gatekeep Raffi. Never let him get the W on it. As soon as he did, 9th at SmashCon, 8th, top 8 at Shine, and just continuing to prove every week. But Sinji also, over the last year or so, really coming into his own and consistently performing well. And there's a reason here he's in top 4.
Yeah, so we're going to see how he's able to fare in this game, too. Raffi doing such an immaculate job here, going for what looks like, hold on, let's see, okay, scooting back to the corner. But no, I do agree. Oh, wait. Wow, that was crazy.
Yo, the best homie in the building, the gyro coming through just to give him a little bit extra. It wouldn't have died or anything there,
right?
But that we already saw earlier what happened to Kumo with that fair trade, and occasionally Sinji will let that loose. Sinji dropping down. That was the smartest choice you could have made there, because if he got bounced up into that, that would have been it.
And the great thing I love about Raffi going for these aggressive side Bs off stage is that, especially against a character like Pac-Man, he's definitely not going to die for it. At these low percents where he knows on average he's dying around 180 some odd %, it's just not really a risk for him. He's like, all right, I can try the side B this time. Oh, it didn't work. I can try it again. And he'll always be able to make it back to the stage because he hasn't been stuck in a ledge trap scenario for more than maybe, 1 or 2 repetitions.
Yeah, and I think as you're starting to see Sinji's getting a little bit more confident and going for said ledge traps, especially with the FD layout.
Whoa.
So it has a really odd hydro projection that it does with when you throw it at the right time.
Gets me every time.
He caught it earlier against Kuma as well. That time trying to go for it and snipe Raffi. Luckily for Raffi, he avoided it.
Oh, but there's this scoop at 91, almost securing the KO, looking for that final hit, and he goes really low. I like the tech from Raffi, and I love the off-stage aggression, especially against Pac-Man. As a character like Rob, you have so much gas, you have so many tools to work with. Why not go out there and pressure a little bit?
Exactly. You need to make sure that you get your opportunities where you can. They're not always presented to you when you play against someone who's so just good on defense as Sinji. And now that Sinji's got to stock up, he's willing to go in, take these trades, and get this combo damage. And now Raffi's looking at... Raffi is just completely committed to playing Beyblade.
Yeah.
Like, just spin to win and letting it rip every single chance he get.
Oh, almost using the boost from the hydrant there to line up that up air. Couldn't quite get close enough. Oh, wait. Sinji sending Raffi off stage. It's a chance to set something up, but it looks like the Nair on the way down actually gives Raffi a chance to put now Sinji on the defensive.
I actually really like what Raffi decided to do there. Instead of staying at the ledge, decided to give him a second where it looked like he wouldn't do anything. The gyro actually coming in and taking away a bit from him there.
And I'm actually surprised because we saw Raffi go for that back air on the hydrant, because the idea was if Sinji does a get-up option, it's going to extend the hitbox a little while and try to cover it and make the timing less strict, but still Sinji being ever vigilant.
Yeah, Sinji doing an excellent job here of holding on to as much as he can from this first stock, because it's key that if he can just get as much mileage as you can, especially in the long game when you have a zoning matchup, not anymore, the up throw is going to close it out. But he got 151% on Raffi stock. Well worth that for a stock.
And he sends the hydrant up, and Raffi has to bide his time coming down. Doesn't want to deal with that lingering hitbox coming out from the hydrant, making his way back to the corner. I want to see how Raffi's able to rack up a little bit of damage here before he ultimately gets sent into the blast zone at 188. That is a very well-lived stock. But with that said, I mean, Sinji, whoa, kind of cheeky with the option there.
Well, luckily for Raffi, he's got the cheese and he's ready to cut it soon, but unfortunately it's going to end up getting caught by the key instead. You always have to anticipate that that side B can happen, or one of these spikes, except the spikes are usually saved instead by the trampoline that's below.
Just like that, Sinji racking up a little bit more damage. And of course, it is a matchup of 2 players who play the best, I think, when they're ahead, right? So Sinji with the lead, he's like, oh man, this is great. This is exactly where I want to be. I know how to frustrate my opponent, force them to feel like they're pressured into coming into me, and I'll hit them time and time again. There's 3 minutes left on the clock, and Sinji is so comfortable right now.
And I think that's a little bit of like almost a chess game in the way that it comes down to, because like you said, they both do so well when they play ahead. So when they get forced into a situation where they have to play somebody with the same mindset, they kind of know the like all the baits they're looking for, because it's pretty much the same thing they would go for.
Oh, but the push, all right, going right to the ledge there. Raffi trying to get higher, gonna get hit by the bell, but it doesn't really matter too much.
You were saying?
Yeah, well, I didn't think you were going to get hit by it again.
I really like what happened a second ago too with the hydrant, where it kind of just pushed him out. It's like, no, stop fighting, cut it out.
It's like, bro, it's good. It's like Moses. It's part of the Red Sea. He's like, hey, it's chill. Apparently not.
Here in losers semis, we're currently looking at a 1-1 game. Very, very solid gameplay from both of them. Pretty much as even as you could possibly get with the way that they're like the same exact thought process between both of them. That's really hard to pull off for a long period of time over a 5-game set, let alone being late in the night.
But, hey, these guys got the mental fortitude, man. They've been here really early. I imagine they played doubles as well. I think they started around like 10 or 11 a.m. So they've had a long day, yet they keep on pushing forward, the little train engine that could, I suppose.
Yeah, those who persevere through that, basically the stamina war when it comes to these types of sets are the ones who come out on top. And a little bit less room to work with now here, going to a smaller stage.
And I'm actually a little bit curious about this as well, because I know, oh man, using the hydrant as like the ropes almost, like in a wrestling arena. But it's a bit of a smaller map, you know what I mean? The blast zones are a little bit more tight-knit. And for someone like Raffi, who's been living exceptionally long, I'm wondering if this is the play here. Now, granted, there is less space for Sinji to work with, but it also means that Sinji's going to be killing him a little bit earlier.
Let's see, the big thing is, I kind of agree with this one, especially over Battlefield, because on Battlefield, you could put a trampoline at the ledge and go for traps where people try to get up off the ledge. Here, you can't really set up as much, except for when you just go ahead and hold all of that F smash at the ledge.
Yeah, man, that neutral getup getting punished heavily by Sinji, but even with that said, wow, racking up even more damage. Sinji is starting to look a lot more comfortable. That game one, I felt like Raffi was really finessing, was playing really aggressive, was super confident in his plays, but now we've seen him go for that side B by the ledge at least like 10 times. You know, it's not even hyperbole at that point.
Agreed, and I think Sinji's kind of just like been willing to play with that situation. It's like, all right, there we go. He finally finds the opportunity. He's like, I'm going to force you to have to tech, or I'm going to wait for you to drop too low, and I'm going to go ahead and snipe that trampoline on the last hit.
It gives Raffi a chance to get right back in it. The Galaxia in hand, trying to rack up that damage. The pressure, getting hit by the second loop of the Galaxia, giving Sinji a little bit away. He lived?
That follow was so good. Just waiting for him to have to dip low because he had forced him to go down, and then he knew he was going to fade back after the hit. Down there, just barely not killing, though.
I'm saying, man, just trying to clean off the kicks. Ooh, the boost. Once again, Water Country have some fun. Still not enough. Ooh, oh, okay. Yo, ultimate bait from Sinji there.
I mean, hey, you know, we're down the last stock now. The amount, all right, hold up.
Oh, wait.
Hold up. The amount of people who have been successfully using the water hydrant against Raffi, what are you doing?
Edge guard is crazy.
Raffi is shutting down all of what he wants.
Him there. What are you doing? Raffi, no.
Sinji? Sinji? Are you allowed to play? Okay, so Sinji finally getting through because of the graces of his own equipment coming in and saving him in an emergency and time and need. Raffi getting 112% out of that entire edge guard, though.
I know, that one sequence giving Raffi the exact lead he needed here. And wow, he just up smash, man. He just said, all right, that looks unsafe. You're trying to cross me up. Let me just up smash out of shield. The hitbox will hit on both sides. Scoop him up and send him to the blast zone, man. We're going to game 4.
Bro, who in the hell went over to Raffi and like uploaded like all the cheat codes? Like everything about that last stock is like, yo, I didn't get that trip. I didn't close it. I bet I'm gonna destroy you. Like he just turned up to a degree that just we didn't see through the set so far, and Sinji was not at all prepared for that.
That's crazy. Even after that kind of goofy exchange on that second stock where they both went low, Raffi wanted to snipe the trampoline. It looked like Sinji probably just didn't even up B. You know what I mean? He probably just baited him to go down low to try and snipe the trampoline. And he was like, oh crap, I didn't get sent bounce back up. But hey, here we go. Right into game number 4. Raffi somehow just completely turning around the tail of that last game in a matter of seconds, going from 0 to 112 and now riding that momentum into this next game.
Raffi is just getting so aggro in like the way that he makes his smart calls too, and that is really, really frustrating as a Pac-Man where you're trying to get your setup. You can't box like this though, answering with that double fair to the down air like we pointed out earlier. Only that's how Raffi trying to go out there and drag him with the water to get the side B. What was that we were saying about setup play? This is looking as aggressive as we saw on the previous set.
That was crazy, man. It's a brand new Tim's, let me try him out real quick. Does the step ladder in the blast zone. That's what I like to see from Sinji. But hold up, looks like Raffi's not done yet if he has anything to say about it.
Yeah, Raffi trying to go ahead and get back in and this put on the same pressure he was before. But Sinji is just willing to box. He's willing to throw out all of these nairs and fairs out of shield. Not getting caught that time by the forward smash, but he got caught before. He rolled that time. We'll see what Raffi does to answer it next time.
Yeah, you know, Raffi is on the back foot here, but he is slowly racking up that damage. And something I do love about Raffi is I feel like his incorporation of the back air into his punish game when he expects someone's going to drift, boom, clean up smash has been immaculate this game as well.
You can only hold the same zone for so long before somebody finally catches on and punishes you accordingly like that. Raffi just getting a bead like, all right, I think you want to let trap me here for a little bit too long. Get to close it out.
Jab, jab, jab. Watch out for the bell. Force into shield. It's getting ever so small. A big character like Rob as well, poking out with the base of his, I don't even know what to call his little motor, I guess.
Man, you got me way too curious about that question now. Now I actually want to know.
His Roomba. We'll call it, the base of his Roomba, bro.
Yo, 2020 Roomba's coming back.
There we go. Back here coming out from Sinji, forcing Raffi to the corner. But Raffi, honestly, he must be pretty happy with his performance thus far. Has the bell in hand, so that means Sinji can't draw any fruit. And on top of that, oh, see, just like that, forces Sinji into shield. Even though Sinji should have known, there was a platform there. There was no reason really to shield there, but he was scared that it was at that perfect distance where it might come down and hit him.
Yeah, still Sinji, you got to be feeling good about that ledge trap there that ended up leading to the stock. Really didn't take any trade damage in the midst of all that too. So he's starting to shut down what Raffi had going so well for him, especially the fact that he is behind a game here, but I just really like how well Sinji's playing in the mid-range with all these items.
Yeah, that Z-drop was immaculate as well, just extending that damage. Nice catch from Raffi there, catching Sinji actually from the other side and pulling him forward. Oh, eat this forward smash though, man. You can't be charging that up smash for 10 years, brother.
Yeah, you know, you're trying to catch that roll, but I knew that you went for that last time. You were looking for the F smash on my neutral getup, so I know you were going for the roll read this time. Very smart play on Sinji.
Oh my God, he's hitting with the dash. A little bit of dash dancing back and forth. They're trying to mix up Raffi, get him scared, and that's going to be a Game 5 set. Now, let me tell you, we were talking about this earlier. Game 5 Raffi is now a thing.
I will say, before we talk about how busted Game 5 Raffi has been lately, that play that he did where he kind of stutter stepped behind him standing right on top of shield, where he made it look like he threw the bell down, but instead repocketed it, best play he made that set because he confused Raffi, made him go, wait, hold up, where'd it go? Now I have to respect this again. Able to close that out, but on to the other point. Game 5 Raffi against Strode, against many other people. I can't remember all their names. All I know is
he was going crazy.
He beat cheating.
Against Japan, too. Hey.
Let's make big moves. Cheating. And you know what? You take that W every time. Raffi going into game number 5 here. Let's see if he can rekindle the same magic he's been able to these past couple tournaments, or if Sinji could shut it down and get his rematch, or excuse me, not a rematch, get the matchup against Mars, and hopefully a rematch against Light.
And so the thing here for Raffi is, too, I feel like in his head, he's like, I think I played pretty much, you know, all right. It's really that first stock got taken at such an early percent, especially for Rob. If you're Pac-Man and you're normally killing Rob at 180, 200%, and you get a kill at 44%, bro, there's only so much you can do in the matchup to bring it all the way back.
Yeah, that's a testament to how good that match was played. Like, after dying that early, you were able to run it back. And Sinji also still playing just actually on defense. He kind of carried over that, like, the momentum he had from the last game into this one. You just got to be careful with the way he's landing here. Raffi trying to cover everything, but Sinji gonna get by.
There we go, using that gyro, trying to toss it over the hydrant, but ends up hitting that platform. But Raffi still in hot pursuit, gonna chase with an up tilt, get a little bit extra damage. Falls out of the up air though, but still has positioning here. He can go for a ledge trap.
I like how he kind of faded in too to make it bait, make it look like he wasn't really gonna do too much about his get up option there. Okay, all right.
Just watch that in slow motion, bro.
And we got layers too. Like, even after that, Sinji already had the next mix-up ready. He got the fire hydrant to bounce. He made it so if Raffi jumped, he get hit by fire hydrant. If he spot dodges, he gets hit by down smash. Luckily for Raffi, held his ground. But Raffi still taking his way to the skies, just barely living past that apple.
Okay. And now Sinji, you know, this is what we're used to. Raffi at 170 some odd percent. This is generally where Sinji gets his kills, but he might be going out the skies here with that up air from Raffi. And Sinji, he's kind of used to this, so I see him. Oh no, he wanted the back throw for sure. Wanted to get pushed by the hydrant, go for the back throw and kill him off the side. But good looks to Raffi for sniffing that out.
Good job on Sinji as well, because in the midst of all that, Raffi could have had a lot more damage. Don't stay by the ledge, please. Okay, I'm sorry. The amount of times I'll keep preaching it till the day people stop doing it. That if you see Galaga at the ledge, expect danger. That's the bad juju incoming.
It's like the warning symbols, you know what I mean? The biohazard, everything. Just, bro, get out of there. It's like when you are trying to escape from like Brinstar in Melee and it's going wham, wham. Like you got a time limit, bro. Get out of there.
Bro, the alarms went off. Your local town hero decided to go try to fight the mob, and now he's a zombie. Just don't do it.
Just leave. Oh, whoa. Okay, taking a little bit of a push there from like the little hydro pump coming out of the hydrant to give himself a fast nair, but unable to find anything off of that. And now we're going right back to where we're seeing before. And I think Sinji's like, oh, wait, hold on. These Galagas are kind of a problem. Let me go ahead and pull another one because Raffi not really dealing with it. There we go. Another one. He's
Exactly.
Keep on doing it.
Once you start recognizing that somebody's not dealing with that option coverage, especially because he can occasionally force a shield poke on a follow-up hit, like, all right, bet, I'm going to keep doing this. We're at dead even percent, though, until that situation happened there. Going to bounce it off of the gyro. Going to take a piece of his own medicine. Now, Raffi looking at a stock lead.
Yeah, Raffi must be feeling pretty good here. Oh, has him stuck against the hydrant as well. Doesn't go for like some down tilt shenanigans or anything. Just gets his forward air and gets out. Oh, and forces him to drop the bell as well. This is just extra damage for Raffi here. Sinji needs to find his KO, but if it's anything like we've seen, unless he does something pretty cheeky, it's not going to be for another 70-some-odd%.
Yeah, that would be huge for Raffi. He could just continue to ledge trap, get this damage where he can. No, the
That's the
trampoline's in the
hydrant,
way.
yep.
But the side B follow-up is not there to be stopped by the trampoline. Raffi recognizing the situation and closing out right after it. And that is going to be a 3-2 Game 5 victory for Game 5 Raffi.
Yeah, looks like Game 5 Raffi comes out on top once again using the trampoline, knowing, all right, I'm going to spike him. He's going to bounce off the trampoline, and I'm just going to go ahead, hold his 4B, and close it out with style. Looks like Raffi will be moving on to face Mars, who